Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Chargers going up against the Chiefs. With that, let's get out to Kansas City as we welcome in our brand new commentary team for 2016. Brandon Goddard and Charles Davis. Have fun, gentlemen.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the San Diego Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in Week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Rivers to throw it. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. He'll get 3 up to midfield. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And a glance now at the Chiefs defense.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
Rivers now from the 50. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
And it's complete. Henry. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Hunter Henry. Out of the University of Arkansas was definitely the consensus top tight end in the 2016 draft. I thought he might sneak into the first round. He didn't, but I think that Phillip Rivers is really happy to have him in San Diego. They're already starting to make that connection.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it now. Here's Marcel Reese. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brandon, I know what I would do in this situation. You're on the road. It's the opening drive. You've gotten all the way down here. I would go for it.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
To throw here on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So there you go.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The second meeting of the year on tap here between these two fierce AFC rivals. These teams know each other very well, and that only serves to stoke the flames of what is always a heated battle. It's the Steelers going up against the Ravens. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore. First carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Now Palmer to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Here's Palmer to throw. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it's fielded at the 34. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now Palmer back into his end zone. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Jarrell Casey doesn't get the attention that he deserves, but he is an absolutely terrific defensive tackle. The best player on just about any team he would play on.
Now Palmer down around his goal line. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Palmer will throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third down now following the completed pass.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Palmer now. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball to 1 yard.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Turn this one to the 30-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and 5. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. That was good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing again is gone. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old
and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Ravens will extend their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st down, Manning. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2nd down now after the pass completion. They give it to Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Manning going to try and throw on third down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 79 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
From the gun on third down, Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Going up top, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. To throw on second down is gone. Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
It's caught left side by Cooks. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Baltimore after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Watch out, watch out. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green, 39. Black 99, Philly. Here we go. Now, let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Goff now on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shout.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards. And Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. They come out here in the eye. Third and goal. Can the offense? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw, gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens add on. Now the point after try for Santos. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their own.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Manning to throw on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. Back to the air. Goff on second down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go up top again. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. One final try, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. Running down. Play action. It's gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
To throw on second down is gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On first down, Manning. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now Goff on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
Continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
Over! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Throwing on third. Gone. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Anthony Hitchens able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt. Maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Oh, spinning away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Chargers going up against the Chiefs. With that, let's get out to Kansas City as we welcome in our brand new commentary team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Have fun, gentlemen.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the San Diego Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And one of the guys to watch out for out of this group is the man on the outside, Keenan Allen.
His versatility, able to play outside the numbers, come back inside to the slot. In any case, you've got to find ways to get him the ball.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Dan Williams might have...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. They come out here in the eye. The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
On the ground, it's West again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and that'll bring up second down.
They moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the gun, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now Gordon on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Melvin Gordon's rookie year was a far cry from his last season at Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Boy, it was. Yeah, we got the numbers right here. 3.5 yards per carry, 641 yards, no touchdown.
Well, I think his team is really looking to do things to help him break out and get back to that Wisconsin form in 2016.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on third and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They start on the ground with Wells. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Let's go!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Chris Conley. Whoa! It still won't go down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Detroit! Let's go! Leopard!
Back to throw now on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demetrius Harris, 36 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed of the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Rivers now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Second down following the incompletion. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
He was looking for Macklin that time, and 4th down coming up. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. Good enough for a San Diego first down. Rivers now to throw on first down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Flushed out right. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Rivers now. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rivers now on second down. And Barnage has it on the right side. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. They
keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's He's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's just so unusual to see a loss of yardage on a quarterback sneak play. Give a lot of credit to the defensive front. They weren't permitting anything.
Yeah, from the naked eye, they only needed 2 or 3 inches there.
Yeah, and how do you go from needing 2 or 3 inches to losing yardage?
And Lambeau will